how was the dealing with the label? Because I know the experience from 2009 when I first started to offer my band to the international label, and they said, okay, the music sounds good and everything is cool, and we get the guests like from the whole world and stuff like that. But I said, okay, it's a Czech band, so no, we're not going to release it because we don't know what's going to happen, because we don't know the market is too small. No one from the Czech Republic really, made the breakthrough on the European or the worldwide scene. So that's why we're not going to sign you. So I was fucked. And so how was the experience with you? Like, because I know you're like the international band, but based in the Czech Republic anyway. So how's the situation now? And how was the dealing with the label?
I think maybe it helped me that I already had made to a decently big band. It was by no means easy to get out of the Faroes with Tuir. It took some time and hard work and dedication, and we were the first metal band to come out of the Faroes. But after, we'd been playing for 20 years, I think it's a bit easier to get the attention of a record label. So that may have made one difference. But as for the dealing with the label with SURMA, it was very easy. I mean, we sent the material to the A&R guy, and he sent it on to the label, and they answered pretty fast, and it was a very positive answer. So
we actually contacted a few more labels, like, I don't know, 7 in total, and I think like 4 of them answered positively.
Yeah.
So it was good, I would say. Easy.
I hate to sound arrogant, but if I weren't there, it might not have been so easy.
Of course.
So I suppose that counts for something. But I feel your problem, man. I've heard from other bands from other countries where they simply, because of where they're from, are doesn't matter what music they make, they're simply at a disadvantage to get a record label.
Sure. And I think because we have no tradition in like go into the worldwide market, with a Czech product. No one knows anyone. It's just like when I was talking with some guys from Germany, for example, they just knew Karel Gott, of course, BNMI. He was huge. He was huge there.
He was a really, really good singer. There's no doubt about it.
Yeah, awesome singer. I think it's a great loss, and we don't have anyone like him, anymore here. But anyway, so for metal bands, it's kind of a disadvantage, as you said. But maybe SURMA is some kind of like first step, like for the other bands as well, to show the labels like, okay, even in Czech Republic, good things can happen. So that's cool. And what are you doing now with SURMA? What is the future master plan for the band?
The future master plan for the band?
Yeah.
Well,
being famous and rich, of course, but how are you going to make it?
Yeah. Well, today we actually got an offer from one festival, but it's not, they didn't publish it yet, so it's like a last minute thingy, and I guess people will notice pretty soon. I hate to talk about it when the festival opens.
Of course.
So that's one thing, and
so I'm sorry, but do you have the band prepared for the live gig now?
No.
Great.
Feeling terribly stressed about it.
Okay, so fingers crossed, and I hope you'll make it.
But we have to take it. We simply can't say no to it at this point.
Yes.
Cool.
I mean, we've been waiting for a live show forever, and
we get one with 5 days notice.
Yeah, so we really have to make it work. But let's see what happens. It can't be. I was saying before, it can't be any worse than the small tour we had in the very beginning, because it was also like we had 3 days to prepare or 2 days to prepare. So the stress is kind of.
We're used to it. We're professionals.
Yeah, but it's keeping you going, of course, and then maybe it's also good to be a little bit stressed, and then you just have to make it like for 200%, not just 100%.
You feel some pressure, and that most musicians don't just work well under pressure. Most musicians work only under pressure.
Yes, I know that. Okay. So and now I would like to ask you, Vicky, how is it with Rosa Nocturna? How are you planning the future with this band or project? And so maybe if you are planning something for the future with them as well. How are you, making the time schedule, with SURMA and Rosa Nocturna as well?
Yeah, okay. I really like Rosa Nocturna, all the people there, so I like to spend if I have free time, I like to spend it with them because, yeah, it just makes sense to me. And, but I told them that SURMA, of course, is my priority because now that SURMA got where the band is, it's just something I can't really, how to say that? I can't really decline the opportunity to make it grow more and more. So I'm always there for actually any bands I'm part of, but they have to understand that SURMA is my baby. So that's the deal. And I forgot what you asked. Oh, plans. Yeah, I usually. I'm usually at home and then suddenly I see some plans in the messenger because Thunder is doing most of it and now the rest of the band as well. So I am usually just, agreeing or disagreeing with what I can make and what I can't. I am unfortunately not really active in the band itself because I simply don't have the time for it and energy anymore. And they have now a second singer. Female singer because they have also a male singer for live shows. So we are, there is an option that she can sing only, or I can sing only, or we can sing together. So it's quite open.
Okay, and so now that was, I think, about the projects you're making right now and stuff like that. But what would you first influences? Like, why did you think of being a musician for the first time? What was this starting point for you? Ladies first, maybe. Ladies first. So.
Oh, damn it!
It takes a long time. So far back in time, I have to.
Okay. Yeah. Of course, I don't really remember the very first moments because I was listening to music from the very first before I was born. My parents are really big music lovers, so it was just there. And but what I remember is that I was really into Iron Maiden at first. I was really it was my very first concert, and I will never forget that moment that I actually experienced it.
Wow.
But of course, as a singer, Tarja was the first idol for me because it was the first woman I actually heard. It was not Doro, surprisingly, but Tarja. So I was kind of. I was just surprised that there is such a voice, classical voice in metal music, and it really attracted to me. And what I also remember that I loved classical music from childhood as well, because my grandfather used to play violin in Philharmonic Orchestra, or in the FOK. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So I had this at home from this side. So I loved operas from the very beginning as well. So it was like connection of everything, and it just happened.
Okay, cool. So what about you? Now, what was your first influence or first steps in music?
Yeah, well, the reason I wanted to become a guitar player was first Mötley Crüe. When I heard the albums Theater of Pain and Girls, 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 I was absolutely electrified by them. And then later, all the other usual bands, Iron Maiden, Judas Priest, Black Sabbath, Accept, Dio, Scandinavian bands like TNT, Skagerrak, Europe, American bands like Def Leppard, and then MTV. We had MTV in the Faroes, and I used to watch it every Sunday evening after midnight.
I saw MTV for the first time in 1991, and that was a Black Album of Metallica, Nirvana, Nevermind, Michael Jackson, Dangerous, these kind of things, and Genesis, We Can Dance, these albums. So it was like big productions, big videos, very, very expensive videos, like small movies, and I was like, wow, like a small child, and
yeah.
Felt myself.
That was really a different world for me, and there weren't many. We were only a few metalheads in my circle, but one of them was Gunnar, who's now our bass player in TUIR. So when I was 14, I bought my first guitar and started to play, mostly Motley Crue to start with, but later, especially Iron Maiden and Judas Priest and other bands like that. And that music made me want to become a guitarist. I made my first band when I was 17. Some of us were younger, but I was 17 and have been in a band ever since.
Okay. What about now? What kind of music you're listening right now? Or nowadays? I mean, not right now, but nowadays.
Motley Crue, Iron Maiden.
Okay.
Same old.
No, I listen to a wide variety of music. We were just relaxing to Enya before you called. I still like to listen to the old ones, TNT, like stuff that really stood the test of time. There are some albums that I don't think stand up to the years very well. Maybe some Iron Maiden albums seemed a bit better back then than they do now. But stuff like TNT, Pink Floyd, Europe, Def Leppard, those bands. Some of the newer stuff like Winter Sun, Amon Amarth, I really love. Yeah.
What do you think about the metal scene in general? Because lots of people like you are listening just the old stuff, or rather the old stuff than the new one. And so what do you think about the future of the metal scene? Is there any future? Is the metal capable, to create something new, to give something new, or the same kind of vibe also to the new generations now, which are listening mostly to rap music and this kind of stuff? So
I believe there is a future because, the future of metal is my future. I hope it's there. I don't listen. I don't keep up with the latest metal. I can't say.
I do.
She does, so I hear it through her. There are some bands, they may not be new, but I've heard them only recently. It's like Amorphous, and I didn't know much about Nightwish before I met Victoria. I find Nightwish quite good.
But these are also quite old bands now.
Yeah, but I'm very old.
It's crazy when I see like Hybrid Theory from Linkin Park, and it's fucking 20 years old. It's old. When I was born, the Beatles albums were old like that. It's crazy.
What's the most modern big metal band?
Well, I would say most of the metalcore that is going on, or progressive metal in general, like I don't know. Lepros. There's really a lot of them. I can't really.
If they don't use melodies and harmonies, they
do.
Bite my dust. There's a lot of non-melodic, non-harmonic metal, and I just can't be bothered with it. I hardly call it music.
Yeah, I just grew up with the Beatles and ABBA and all these kind of things through my parents. ABBA, of course. And then I discovered the bands like Deep Purple, Black Sabbath, Rainbow, and stuff like that by myself. So that's why I also I just have the melodies in my veins. I just can't do the music or listen to music without melodies. And there is so many.
I agree completely. Later.
Okay, so we just should meet somewhere in person and have a beer and talk about the old good music.
Oh, I can feel this is going to be a very long conversation.
I guess so. Okay, but the last question I have to you, how is it to be a couple in the private life and also being a part of one band? Is it working well?
Horrible.
Let me tell you some stories. It's very easy. We have the same interests, and we have the same our work areas of work overlap a lot. And I can tell you from experience, it's very hard to make a girlfriend who doesn't understand that, accept it, that you have, you know, guitars everywhere. And you know, some of my friends have.
Tell me about it. Tell me about it.
Exactly.
Behind me as well.
One of my friends said, if they have visitors, he has to take all his guitars off the wall and hang only the nicest guitar out.
That's
I don't have that problem.
yeah. You know, you're a very lucky man. You know, I also have a wonderful wife. She's also writing some lyrics for me, and this is some kind of like, finally, you know, finally, this is something that we really need, I think, for work. Okay, so guys, that was a pleasure for me. I think our time is almost over. So thank you very much for a great interview. I'm looking forward to the beer interview we're going to have. I'm sure we will.
Yeah.
Okay, so take care, stay healthy. And if there is anything you would like to say to your fans or to the people who are watching Backstage TV or TV Rebel, now the time is all yours.
Okay, first of all, I would like to thank you for a great interview. You're a natural talent for that. So really, thanks. Thank you for inviting us. And of course, to all the listeners, check out our band if you didn't yet. And I don't know, just follow the socials and our YouTube channel and listen to our music and come to a concert when you see some date. And yeah, I think that's. Do you want to add something?
Get vaccinated.
Okay. And now there's going to be a fight. I see it. Okay, so I'm not going to see the fight. So have a nice rest of the day, rest of the night, and take care, and I hope to see you soon in person. Okay?
Okay.
Right. So bye-bye. Good night.
Good night.